My sisters are diabetic and, just wanted to see was I doing everything right, or was I doing, what was I doing that I could improve.
It makes me really leery and skeptical about what I'm eating.
If it's something I'm eating and I'm just one of those people that'll require medication.
I've learned to kind of read labels more, look at the ingredients of things.
So United Way of Southwest Georgia, we started a Reimagine Albany campaign or initiative. It was a initiative that was in direct response to the pandemic and some of the inequities that it exposed or highlighted, especially in the priority issue areas of housing, health, and education, to say the least. We created these equity advancement funds just as a way to give back to the community. And what we found is that it was easier and more effective to, instead of us go out in the community and try to create different systems and organizations and programs or whatnot, to simply support the organizations that were already doing that great work in the community. And the Better Way Grocers actually came highly recommended as an organization in the community already doing work in the space of health equity.
Phoebe has this community health survey, and it has the numbers for diabetes, stroke, heart disease. It has a whole list of ailments or diseases that are rampant in our community. And, knowing and looking at the areas that we serve through a Better Way Grocers, that 31701, 31705 had some of the highest numbers. We knew that this project would fit right along with some of the things that we were doing in the community. When United Way made the announcement about, the Health Equity Project, I knew it was something that would benefit the people in the community.
The reason I decided to take this journey was to try to make sure that I can keep my A1C under control and to lose weight. And also I found out that with the painless glucose monitor, it was easy. And all I had to do was hit it with my phone, and I love that.
I was expecting to see whether or not it was something that I can control and what was triggering my, glucose level being so high. So I really wanted to see, kind of going into it, okay, it's high, but what's causing it? Can I really, what foods are triggering? And can I really, control it by diet and exercise? Or am I the person that even with eating right or whatever, that I will require medication?
I was expecting to find out that I was doing everything wrong. Luckily though, I'm a pretty healthy eater, so learning that some of the things that I was eating was still, I still need to be cautious about. That was the big thing for me, because fruits and vegetables, you don't think that they would have an impact on your body. But even fruits and vegetables, some of them, for certain people, you have to be cautious and have those in moderation also.
Okay, I was excited about the opportunity to participate in this type of research. And one of the main things about me is that I am active, I am physically fit, and I definitely wanted to know how certain foods would affect my body. And throughout the research, I was able to find out that some of the foods that I needed to have in my body, as far as fruits and vegetables and some of those things, they're only good in moderation.
I learned so much. I didn't know a lot about, bread and carbs and how it impacts glucose. So I definitely learned a ton about that. And so now I'm able to help people make better food choices and better decisions as they are preparing meals. So, just being able to have that knowledge, that firsthand knowledge to be able to provide, information to others as well.
Because I found out that overnight around 10 o'clock, if I have something sugary, my glucose numbers would go up high overnight. And it's like 2 or 3 hours later, I'm like, oh, I can't eat that at night. I wasn't even checking it overnight. I wasn't checking my glucose at all during the evening, once a day. But I got, by having the glucose monitor, it made me check it daily, afternoon and dinner time, just to monitor the intake, or see how high the glucose would go. Not eating after 8 o'clock, having meals before 8 p.m. and having protein meals instead of sugary meals. I did take away the soda. I took all the soda away, so that's a plus for me because I'm a soda addict.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good about what I learned. I think I just need to add some physical activity. Even during, it's hard, working and, finding time to work on yourself as far as exercise.
Well, the takeaways is going to be time that I eat. I think definitely sometimes our schedules are a little off and our body reacts to food different when we're not as active. And if I'm eating, for example, if I'm eating something like a blueberry or eating cantaloupe at night and not active and going straight to sleep, most people's numbers are going to rise just because of the chemicals of your body along with the types of food. So I'm going to take the foods that I like, eat those in moderation, and also have a time frame where certain foods I'm just not going to eat after a certain time. And I just, another thing, I think a lot of us we all call on the cliche that the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But however, a lot of us are starting our days off with the worst foods in a meal for the day, simple as Pop-Tarts, sugary cereals, some of those things. Once your numbers start to spike, you're going to try to work to get those numbers down all day. And most of us think that those Pop-Tarts, those grab-and-go meals are healthy. But when you go to lunch, it's not going to be the next meal is typically going to be less healthier than the previous meal.
We talked earlier about what I ate today, and most people would think, oh, that's nothing. And I was thinking that as well. This morning, the kale, a half a cup of kale, a half a cup of berries, and a protein shake. At 11, turkey burger and a half of cucumbers. That's it. And then a little side salad at 3 o'clock, 15 almonds. So even when I was looking at that, I was like, is this what he gave me to eat, today? Am I gonna make it? But after consuming that and feeling as good as I feel, it's like I never realized that what I've been eating had a major impact on how I was feeling. And I really just kind of threw it up to, I'm anemic. It's natural. So I'm going to be sluggish. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be sleepy. But it was different today. It was very different today.
So when United Way put out this health equity project, I knew that it was something that a Better Way Grocers had to be involved in on. We ride around with a bus full of food, and delivering that service to the people. And to be able to show persons, how food impacts their body, being able to provide them with continuous glucose monitors and a dietitian was major. So I knew it was something that we could provide to people who were pre-diabetic, have a family history of diabetes, and just people who really wanted to know, what food does, to me. And I kind of fell into that category of wanting to know, how food, impacts me, so I can have a better understanding of how to help others.